Good morning and welcome to our exclusive Facebook group. Thank you for joining me on this fun little project. I don't know. I am just excited that you guys are able to cook with me this week, and I wanted to show you some quick little tips just to make this week run smoother and easier. So for this week, as you guys can see, and I have it printed, I scribbled on it, but we have the margarita chicken. What that calls for is 2 chicken breasts. Hi, good morning. So before you guys, if you are gonna do your shopping today or this weekend, I always buy the bulk packs of chicken. As you can see from the recipes that we have this week, we have chicken and we have turkey, ground turkey that we're gonna be using. So I just want to show you kind of how I prep it. So it's really easy for me during the week just to take out, and the meat is pretty much done. And all I have to do is kind of add my ingredients, and it really cuts down on time. So all I did is I took my whole pack of chicken, I dumped it into my pan. I put a little bit of salt, pepper, not much at all, just sprinkled it with a little bit of olive oil, threw it in my oven at 375 for 30 minutes, and my chicken is done. So, as you can see, so for the margarita chicken, it calls for 2 chicken breasts, and that feeds 4 people. As you can see, or you can do 4 whole ones too, but then you'll need to get more if you want to do like a whole chicken breast. I find that my kids, they won't eat a whole one. So all you have to do is take it, and if you want it just ready for Monday, is take it and then slice it in half, and that is it. So that's gonna be 2 portions right there. And then here's the other one. And I usually kind of look, there's different sizes in there. So I usually get the fatter pieces that I'm gonna slice in half. And then they're kind of a little more even. So that is that. So I have my 4 portions that I will be using for Monday. That is done and right there. Tuesday, we have shredded tacos. So while they're still warm, the chicken breast here, all you have to do is take your fork, and against the grain of the chicken, take and hold the chicken, and then just peel the chicken back. And as you can see, it just flakes off into nice shreds. So in Tuesday's recipe, I put 2 to 3, depending on how much you think your family will eat, but 2 to 3 chicken breasts, and they go quite a long ways. So you can just go ahead and shred up 2 of these, put them in a little Ziploc bag. Your chicken is already shredded, ready to go. As you can see, it took me literally a few minutes to do that. Stuffed chicken for the quinoa and peppers. I like to have these diced. So then all I do is same thing, is cut them down. And I like to have these a little bit cooler to work with, but then also when you dice, even if you give them a little bit more time, they stay in like the little diced sections a little bit better than if you try to cut them right away, because they will shred like the shredded chicken. So that is that. So I have my 3 different my 3 different ways that we're gonna be having the chicken. So here's the dice. So I will put these all in separate little Ziploc bags, pop those in the fridge, and those are gonna be ready to go for the week, guys. So that is how I do that. It saves so much time. Although, even, I mean, if you guys don't do this, when you slice the chicken like on Monday, that does not take very long because you are slicing it in half. So it's only, you know, roughly 6 to 8 minutes that you're gonna be cooking the chicken, and usually it's done because they are thinner pieces. The other tip that I have is when you guys cook the chicken, the juice from the chicken is your chicken stock to use for this week. So do not discard and dump this. If you do not want to buy chicken stock, use your chicken stock. So that is what I have here, is I just took all my drippings from my pan, poured that in my cup. I'm gonna put that in a little mason jar. That's gonna go in my fridge. And on Wednesday, when we do the garlic parmesan meatballs, I will be using that for that recipe. So right there, that saves you more money by using your chicken stock that you created when you're making your chicken. So that is that. Super easy way to meal prep. You can do that on Sunday. If you guys have Sunday dinner that you're throwing in or you're cooking, Just pop that in the oven, let it cook for a half hour, take it out, and then it's ready to go. Okay, another, if you guys have not worked with couscous or quinoa before, I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of the options that are out there so that you guys know, aren't so confused if you go and you're like, I don't even know the difference. So this is like a bulk pack of quinoa. You can get it in red, you can get it in white, you can get mixed, totally up to you on what you get. If you get it in the bulk pack, we'll have to season that, and I can show you how to do that. Or you can just buy these little quinoa boxes, and the directions are on there on how much liquid to add and everything per box. But per a serving of 4, I usually use about a cup of quinoa, and then we'll add our spices. So it's totally up to you on how you want to buy that, what is easiest for you and your family. If you want it just pre-portioned out already for you, go ahead and just buy that box. This will feed your family of 4. And then same with the couscous. They have it in the bulk packs that you can buy that we can season, or they also have the couscous in the packs like this, and then they all have different like flavors and stuff that you can choose from too. So there's that. The only other tip that I have just to keep less dishes and stuff for the week is on Wednesday we have the meatballs, and they go into the oven. So we start them on the stove, and then we pop that into the oven. So make sure that you guys have a stove to oven pan, if at all possible. If not, that's fine. You can start with your pan that is on the stove, and then you can take it and put it into a baking sheet. But this is just one less step of cleaning. So that's another little tip when you're kind of looking at these recipes to make your life a little bit easier. And then I know kind of like my must-haves on what I put, and this is for this week, and obviously you guys don't have to buy bulk packs like this. I cook a lot, as you guys know, so I do buy spices and everything in bulk pack. But these are the items right here that 100% I would like we will do the most business with. So basil, oregano, cumin, thyme, and our garlic powder. Another one is chili powder that we use a lot. And then for dressings and cooking, the Extra Light. This is great for making dressings. And then with a lot of the dressings that I do, for vinegars, guys, I use, let me see here. Why can't I find my balsamic? Well, maybe I used it up. Okay. Anyway, so for vinegars, I just always have on hand balsamic, and I have more in the garage, and red wine vinegar. So those are the things that I kind of always keep in my pantry. I use these throughout many different recipes. So if you guys can kind of, and you don't have to buy them all, you can look at what we need this week if we're not using all of these. Just little by little kind of add those to your pantry. And these are just healthy, really yummy, adds a lot of flavor and healthy for you without adding a whole lot of just salt. Although we use salt and pepper too. So that is my tips, guys. If you have any questions, please reach out. Again, thank you for joining us. And I look forward to this week. Hopefully you guys all checked your emails and you got your grocery list and all of the steps for the recipes. If there are any questions at all, please let me know. I know the only thing that I have to do still is I will put these in, kind of put these separate on our page so you guys will have that. And then also the cauliflower crust. For those, I know there's a few of you that are doing kind of lower carb that have joined the group. So I just wanted to make sure that there is that cauliflower pizza option. And the little asterisks on your shopping list, those are like the substitutes, and that is the lunch. And like the pita pockets, there's an asterisk by it if you want to add, if you have leftovers and want to use and take that for lunch, that's what that's for. Or if there's substitutes, so if you're doing instead of pasta, you're doing zoodles instead of the noodles, there's an asterisk by the zucchini. So if you guys are confused about that, please reach out, but that I tried to keep that pretty simple. So okay, well that is all. I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of my day. got a lot of family in town this weekend. We had 6 birthdays within the last 2 weeks, or we have within 2 weeks in our family. And then we have a bunch of little kids getting baptized in our family too this weekend. So it will be fun. So, okay, thank you for popping in. If you have any questions, please let me know. Otherwise, I will see you all this week. Have a great weekend.